I cannot believe it's already October. Like, where did summer go? Hello, it was like July just a minute ago. But as you may or may not know, I'm a sucker for anything fall, so I guess I don't mind that much. But anyways, I'm doing my bullet journal setup for October today. And I'm doing a star-themed spread this month, which I don't know why I haven't done that before, because I literally love everything about stars in the universe. So I'm really excited for this one. Also, as you may have noticed, my voice is a little bit cracked today. I'm a little bit sick, unfortunately, but I'll try to just push through it. Alright, so let's just get into the video. For my cover page, I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I did a digital illustration on my Huion tablet. Also, check out my review if you haven't already. Shameless plug. I wanted to make it really dark and dreamy, so I used just a black background and then used some dark blues and purples, and I just put down the colors roughly where I wanted them to go. And then I used a blending brush to just make it look like clouds, which is kind of what I was going for. And then I also used a just regular airbrush to do some bigger stars around it as well. Next, I wrote October and the days of the week in like a hand lettering font. I also added a mini calendar underneath with just a font that I had on my laptop, and I did everything in white. And then for the other page, as always, I did a quote page. So I did the same kind of illustration, but I kept it concentrated in like a circle. I wrote, "And I think to myself, what a wonderful word," which I'm sure all of you know. I hope you do. If not, look it up. And I wrote it in a circle as well, because I wanted to cut it out later in a circle, which you'll see in a bit. And I also made some of the strokes a little bit wider so that it looked more like actual calligraphy. And then, of course, I added some more stars all around it. After I finished both illustrations, I just cut them out. Well, first I printed them out and then cut them out, and then I glued them to my bullet journal with this glue roller thingy. It's super useful. It's like a 10 out of 10. By the way, I will leave all the links to the stuff I used down below, so check it out if you're interested. I went over the bigger stars with my Signo white gel pen because they got kind of lost in the print and I wanted them to look a little more bright. And some of my friends actually gifted me some really cute washi tapes for my birthday, so thank you guys. One of them has a dark blue background with stars on it, and the other one is a golden glittery one. And I used the same brand of gel pen but just in gold, and added some decoration just all around the page. Next up, for my monthly overview, I wanted to do a single page this month because I just noticed in the past that I don't put that much into my monthly overview spreads. And I also got these Dream Notes by Paper House, and this one has stars in it, so obviously I had to use it. So pretty. I just secured it with some more washi tape and then just wrote monthly overview on it with my white gel pen. And then also decorated around it with the golden gel pen. I used more of the starry washi tape as a background for the days of the week, and then used the white gel pen again to write on top of it, and the camera just did not want to focus, so sorry about that. Now for the dates, I used my gold gel pen and then my palette juice pen to put like little boxes around the days of the week. And I also added the golden washi tape along the bottom to tie it all in together. Now, because there was some space on the top, I wrote another quote, and spoiler alert, there are gonna be a lot of quotes this month. And it says, "Never stop looking up," which I thought was really nice. I wrote it with my golden gel pen as well. For the other page, I did a habit tracker, but I didn't just want to do some daily habits, but also weekly and monthly habits, because there are just some things I keep forgetting. So for the header, I again used the starry washi tape and wrote October habits. And for the daily, weekly and monthly, I use the gold gel pen. I also did a very simple layout for the daily habits, so I just wrote the habit first, then the weekdays underneath, which I did go over with the gold gel pen later, and then I just kind of outlined a mini calendar, which I also later filled in with a black Tombow brush pen. For the weekly habits, I again wrote the habit and then just numbers 1 through 5 for each of the 5 weeks, and then I drew some circles to fill in once completed. I'll probably use the gold gel pen to fill them in later. And then lastly, for the monthly habits, I used a square to just tick off the habits. And for the daily habits, I would probably also fill in once completed with like a gold dot as well. And like I said, there are a lot of quotes this month, so there's another one here. And it says, "Remember why you started," which I thought was quite fitting with my habits. Next, I wanted to do a list of all the Inktober prompts. For those of you who don't know about Inktober, it's a challenge created by Jake Parker to do an inked piece for every day of October, and there's an official prompt list, but of course you could also create your own list or just follow a different one. I used the same Tombow brush pen to make a line for each day of the month, and then I wrote the prompts on top of it with my white gel pen. And as you might have guessed by now, I will be participating in Inktober, and I'll try and post a video about it maybe every week, but maybe also just once after 2 weeks and once after the whole month. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna make it, so we'll see about that. The other page is just a simple brain dump page, so I used that sticky note from earlier as a header, and then of course added some gold details around it. Now, last but not least, we're onto my first weekly spread of the month. For the weekdays, I used the black brush pen as a header. I wrote the weekdays and the dates on top with my white gel pen. And then I added a border all around it with my gold gel pen and used the starry washi tape as a header. And then I added a sleep tracker, so just when I wake up and when I go to sleep every day. A task section, a goal section, and a note section on the left. And then on the right side I did an expense tracker, and I also added a little section for the Inktober prompts on the bottom, just for that week so that I don't have to look back all the time. And as you may have guessed, there's another quote in this one. So yeah, I used the same sticky note again, and then I wrote, "I'm already tired tomorrow," because I am, and then I decorated everything with more gold details as always. So yeah, that's it. Now let's get into the final flip through. So I really love the way this spread turned out. I hope you do as well, and I could give you some inspiration for your own bullet journal. I did end up adding the gold washi tape along the bottom in my weekly spread because it was looking a little bit bland otherwise. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you want to see more, and hopefully I won't be sick in my next video. See you then. Bye bye!